Welcome back as we join you here on Star News with breaking news of a two-car vehicular accident that took place in Collinsville on Virginia Avenue, otherwise known as Business 220, a short time ago. Our own Brian Blair joins us now, and Brian, you were in the role of reporter today. You had an opportunity to go out and cover this accident. What can you tell us?
Yes, Scott. Earlier today, about I believe it was about 12:30, we got the call that there was a two-car accident on Virginia Avenue near Seminole Drive. Upon arriving on the scene, basically we have, you see from the video, we got two cars with a lot of front-end damage on the driver's side of both cars, which is kind of odd. It looks like, obviously we don't have the official report yet, but it looks like maybe one of the cars possibly got spun around in this collision. But as you can see, there's major damage on the driver's side of both of these vehicles. As I was arriving on the scene, one of the ambulances was leaving the area, I'm presuming to take one of the patients to the hospital. As you can see, they had to call in a second ambulance to extricate another patient from the van here, which we'll be seeing momentarily.
Hard impact here. Obviously, one of these vehicles, it's hard to say for sure which one, looks as though it got spun around there, and heavy damage to the front end of both vehicles.
Yeah, we don't exactly know what happened. This is right below the not the Dutch Inn, the Jan's Dutch Boy, excuse me, and right before you get to the Wally Benton Eye Center. We're not exactly sure exactly what happened, because that's there's no turnoff right there. It's kind of in just the middle of a 220 before you get to Seminole Drive. But yeah, like you said, it looks like one of the vehicles possibly collided with the other and got spun around, but obviously we're not sure who's at fault here yet. We'll have to wait for the official report from the state police.
Certainly a big turnout there on the part of local emergency officials as they were needed here, obviously with two victims and some pretty expansive damage. Also, I can imagine that traffic was a problem here. This is a very heavy traveled stretch of road.
Yes, Scott, as you can see kind of in the foreground of the video, I was having to fight traffic. At this time, it was 220 business was reduced down to one lane in both directions, and they were having to periodically stop traffic altogether in order to get emergency vehicles in, like the ambulance or the Nelson tow truck here, Nelson Ford tow truck, responding to the accident scene. And so basically traffic was real heavy. It should be clearing up about now. They were pretty much getting the cars off the road as I left, and that was at about 1 p.m. So if you're watching this later in the day, that area should be clear. But during that time, traffic was quite heavy, and as it was reduced down to one lane, and traffic having to move very slow through that area.
Well, Brian, we certainly appreciate your help in bringing us this footage and that report. An excellent job covering breaking news out there today.
Thank you very much, Scott.
All right, folks, stay with us. We'll take a brief break. Be back with more here on Star News in just a moment.